know, it's the basic premise of this is just to make a visual history of anything that you remember so that they can compare it to what other people say. And if 15 people say they saw a mockingbird or whatever, it probably happened. So,
well, in retrospect, what I think now, I was a kid then, but I'm a grown now. My dad believed so much that the Germans were going to help him. He entertained a lot of the big muckaty-mucks, you know, and don't worry, we will take care of, you know.
now, when you say muck, do you remember anybody?
No, these were German soldiers.
But all dressed the same color,
Well,
same
yeah. you know.
Nobody wearing any weird colors.
Because, you know, we all spoke German.
Right.
So, let's see now, where was I?
So when was the first time you realized that you guys, the German soldiers started coming over to hang out? How old were you? Do you remember?
Honey, I don't remember that.
But do you remember that suddenly?
I remember that they would come periodically for dinner or whatever, entertain, and, you know, we were allies, you know.
Right.
But anyway, they were gonna take us on a truck or whatever to move us out, and it seemed like, to me, it seemed like in the middle of the road they had to stop because the Russians were already advancing. They just left us there. And I remember we went to my uncle's house, I think, or somebody's house, but it was in the middle of the night. I remember waking up to a foreign language.
Then it was Russian.
And they were the Russians.
And so at that point.
At that point, okay, we stayed at my uncle's house because he had a diplomat staying there. He had a British flag flying, and so he was
Diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity, yeah, because of the guy staying there. That's my uncle.
Got it.
Okay. My uncle also raised racehorses.
I see.
Yeah.
Like grandpa.
Like your grandpa, like my dad. Yeah. That was their business, basically the business. But they had thousands of acres. Thousands. If I remember right, probably 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they raised crop. You know,
Right.
but my dad's main thing was racing and raising these thoroughbreds. And the kind of races they did was they called sulky. You know what a sulky is? No, okay. It feature big tires on and the horse. The things went this way and it's attached to the horse.
Right.
It was like sitting in a big wheelchair, but not only two big, you know.
Big wheels. And
They
then the
didn't
horse.
race racehorses the guy was riding. No, this was it's called a sulky.
Right.
And that's what the races were all about.
Wow.
That's how that kind of horse was raised. It wasn't a race horse, it was trained for this.
To pull this.
Pulling, two big wheels.
Wheels.
Yes, it was attached to his harness.
And that was on Grandpa's land.
Yeah. But they went to different places and raised, you know.
Got
But
it.
I think I don't think there's any money involved. Money was involved by selling you the horse. I think I don't know, Randy, but I know this was society got together. It's like football, but all the rich people got together and raised these horses,
Got it.
and they were known to be trained to pull this shit, you know, thing, to
Wow.
pull it. Yeah.
Cool.
But it was racing against the next guy. It wasn't just one horse, you know.
Got it. And
Yeah.
did he keep doing this even during the war? He kept.
Oh
doing-
no! This
Right after the war.
this was when I was a kid. You know, no, that stopped. I know something was not right because you know I know something. But anyway, they stopped racing. Quite.
So before the end, you could tell things were getting sketchy.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
it-
I didn't understand what they were talking about, and the Germans wouldn't come around. So I knew there was some shit going on, but I didn't know. Nobody told us anything.
Of course, you little
Hell
kids.
no, yeah.
So the Germans used to be a regular.
Well,
and then,
periodically they'd come. Your grandpa spoke, of course. So did your grandma, and you know they socialized. We were allies for years and years. You know,
right, 'cause the war
the
went on. for a little.
Austro-Hungarian Empire and all
Right.
that shit. You know.
Right.
So anyway, but like I said, we stayed at my uncle's house I don't even know how long. I remember there was a whole bunch of them milling around, and I remember my dad cut my hair and made me go in the doghouse in the back. I still see this, and I'm beginning to think that they were trying to grab me. I think. So I stayed there for a while, and then I guess when things got simmered down, and they dressed me like a guy, like a boy, you know, real short hair and pants. Now it's coming back to me. Why? You know, I didn't understand what the hell was
Sure.
going on. Shit.
No, sure, 100%.
So anyway, how old was I then? 1940. 40?
You'd have been 60,
No.
34. Oh, six.
Yeah, 6 or 7 or 8 in there somewhere. Yeah,
Right.
probably 8 now. Anyway.
So it's tough to remember that, appreciate everything you remember.
Well, honey, you know, I try not to. Anyway, we stayed with my uncle for a while, and then we wound up at Grandma's house, the big castle, you know, the walls this thick. And so we stayed with her.
Can you describe that place, the castle that you stayed at?
Well, it's not a castle, it's just a big
big
old
house.
house. Every room had a fireplace, you know, so we stayed there. And then my dad left.
So did every room also have a bathroom?
No,
Just a
no,
fireplace?
just a fireplace, because there's no heating.
Right.
You had to, you know, if you want to not freeze
Right.
to death.
Were they the regular fireplaces?
No,
or-
they were the like
Ceramic?
built-in, yeah, ceramic.
And
were
they
all
heated
the-
from behind?
They heated, you know, I don't know how that was
The-
wood.
From behind, correct, so the
Yeah.
embers didn't get into
Yeah,
the-
but
right.
it was wood. There was
Right.
no charcoal or any of that.
Right,
you know.
right. And,
Yeah,
cool, and so that was Grandma's house.
that was Grandma's house. We stayed there. Yeah.
Got it, stayed there for a little bit.
Well, we stayed there for some time because my dad left. Just left. Nobody ever told me shit.
Right.
Just left. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Just left. So I know now why he left.
He wasn't up for an award by the communists probably wanted him for,
I don't know who wanted who, honey. All I know is he left. I don't think he even said goodbye to me or nothing. All of a sudden he's not there.
that makes sense. So this is the end of the war, it's over.
This is, well, everything is done. The Russians occupied everything. That was it. That was the end of that. So take it or leave it, you know. I don't know what their plan was, what the long-term plan was. I don't know. Now, by now, I'm what? No, I'm older than him. I was a teenager. 12, 13.
Living at Mom's house.
With Grandma's house, yeah, right. And I had enough of the bullshit. And my friends were decided that they're gonna go to Austria. And I says, oh, okay, I think that's where my dad is. And I just so happened I found an envelope with a return address. That's how I found where he's at. The rest is history. I took off with a group of people and went to, let's see, Salzburg, outside of Salzburg, small town. And I found him.
Now, when did you end up at that camp? Didn't you stay at some camp or no?
Camp.
No camp, no internment, no refugee camp. You just went.
No, that's much later now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's when
So
that's when my mother and brother came to. It was Salzburg, I think, or yeah, Salzburg, or whatever town. That's when they came, and then we started to apply the visas. So that's, you're looking at 2 more years there, you know. But we were in Austria, and because we all spoke German, you
Right.
know, and they were wonderful people. To this day, I love them to death. They just took us in like, you know, it was
Wow.
wonderful. But we had to wait to get it all going. Get the my mother's cousin, who was a priest, had to sign for us, and through the Catholic services, we got accepted to come to this country. See, it wasn't just hopping over the fence. We
Yeah.
had people on this side, and we were displaced people
Right.
also. So we had every right to move where, whatever. We could go to Australia, and my dad didn't do it. He says,
Yeah, your uncle did.
my uncle did, yes. They went because they could hop on right away. He wasn't gonna wait. My dad says, no way in hell is he gonna go to, he's gonna wait to go to America. There you go. So,
He made the right call.
he made the right call, yeah, but I mean,
Now this is exactly what I'm talking about.